What do you say we do another arena run, huh? Maybe have better results than last time? I'm going to take the Shaman again out of these 3 picks. I know the Rogue has some nice removal spells that are pretty common, and I enjoy Warrior and Constructed, but I don't like it very much in Arena. The one time I've had success in Arena, which is to say more than 7 wins, is with the Shaman, and I had a good draft. That was part of it. I got lucky on some pulls, but I also feel like some of their comments are pretty accessible. So we're going to try it. We're going to try it. Let's hope it's not terrible. For Doomhammer. Please. Well, we've already given ourselves an interesting first pick, haven't we? Feral Spirit is nice. No doubt. Twilight Drake is pretty nice. Because on turn 4, if you're playing it, you're usually having 5 or 6 cards in your hand, and so it's a 5-6, a 5-7 for 4. It's pretty good. I think I have to go Feral Spirit, though. I don't think I can afford Twilight Drake here. But, it's early, who knows. Either way, I like both these picks, so we're off to a decent start. And now we start going, okay, well, what are we doing? We're looking for minions. We're unlikely to be looking for any secrets whatsoever, right? Dalaran Mage is boring, so I guess I'm just going the Crocolisk, even though I don't love it, because I don't know what I would do with the other ones. Spell damage is okay. Okay with this deck, but not great. Not worth dropping that on turn 3. This, I'm not going to be very unhappy playing on turn 2 very often. These are boring, so I guess I go Acolyte of Pain. I don't really like that either, but it's not bad. And we'll give us some card draw. I don't want Totemic Might, that's boring, and Frost Shock's not very good either. Here, this is Fire Elemental 100%. I love these guys. In fact, I think the last time we had, 3 of them, and they did good work for us. The other parts of our deck weren't great, but I will probably never regret taking a Fire Elemental. Unless I have 7 of them, then we might have some issues. This is automatically Hex. I love Hex. I love it, and in the successful run that I had before the one on camera, I had 3 of them in my deck, and it was fantastic. Screw Shield Bearer. Our first kind of choice here. The Raid Leader is interesting because of the totems that we could have. I still think it's very good, but I don't think it's terrible. 3/3 with Divine Shield is okay. Kind of tough to work around. Corehound's not happening. Just period. I guess the question is there enough value in a Raid Leader to justify a 2/2 for 3? Or am I just better off taking the Divine Shield and being annoying with it? I think we're going to go here and not love it, but I don't love any of the picks, so it's okay. Here we are hoping ultimately to have some weapons, so the Spiteful Smith could get some interesting value. I don't think it's a great pick by any means, but if we end up with Stormforge axes, it's not bad. The Oasis Snapjaw is annoying. The Frostwolf Grunt is mediocre. I guess even if you can't use its Enrage, this is still a 4/6 for 5, which is okay. It's certainly not bad. And I think it's close enough that we're going to go with it. It's going to be tough for us not to get at least one Stormforged Axe. Ooh. Now this is tough because the Flame Tongue Totem is always solid, but the Chillwind Yeti might be the best card in Arena. Just overall, because of its utility in every class, it's never bad to play on turn 4. It becomes the best monster out there almost always. I like the Flame Tongue Totem, though. I think I'm taking the Yeti. I just never regretted playing a Yeti on turn 4. And our patience is rewarded. So we'll take a totem here. Okay, we have a Ragnaros as an option. Already I'm enjoying this draft more. It's hard to see how Ragnaros would be a bad pick here. I mean, the Beast is okay. And I actually don't know if I've seen Onyxia. Let's see. Ooh, that's good too. Huh. I don't know. I feel like Ragnaros is my choice here. It's certainly not the Beast. Onyxia is interesting on a clear board because you're getting a lot of value out of it. And even not on a clear board, if you have 2 creatures out, you still get 4 1/1s for free that you can then run into stuff. I think I'm going to go Ragnaros, though. I just think it's fun. I like the craziness of it. I think it makes it entertaining. Maybe that variance is going to kill us. I don't know, but I think it's interesting nonetheless. The Stormwind Knight is okay. Bloodlust is okay. Again, you have to have the minions to make it work. The Reckless Rocketeer is okay. I guess I'm going Stormwind Knight here. I don't know. I don't like any of these picks that much. I don't like any of these picks that much either, so it looks like Crocolisk round 2. Okay, a rare. I mean, I don't think the Abomination is bad. Certainly. I think the Master Swordsmith is interesting, but not worth this pick. And Stampede and Kodo just give you so much value that we're going to have to go here. I don't mind Abomination, but I like the Kodo. Oh my. Okay, so now we're looking at our old pal, the Echoing Ooze. Farsight, which we had in that last deck and was interesting. I don't know if I would call it great. And the Sea Giant. Which, I mean, I think I have to go Sea Giant here, right? We can create our own minions, effectively. Our opponent's likely to have some, so on turn 5 or 6, we could be dropping this out. And even at worst case scenario, if I'm playing it into a blank board, I can still play it for 10 mana. Sometimes the giants get stuck in your hand. I like the Echoing Ooze, but I think I need to go Sea Giant. These are all solid choices. The Rifleman's probably the worst of the 3 just because it's 2/2 with 1 damage. It's like, just I think I gotta go Spellbreaker, though. I like the Silence, the stats are good, and I'm just not a big fan of the Dragonling mechanic, even though it gives decent stats for its mana. Here I'm probably taking a Rockbiter weapon because I like the utility of it. It can always be used on yourself if need be. I don't want another Stormwind Knight, and screw the War Gold, only have enough big drops. You have a Ragnaros and a Sea Giant, for crying out loud. So the Tauren Warrior can be interesting, especially in like a mage deck or something where you can activate it yourself. But this is not one of those decks. I think we're going to go double Spellbreaker. Don't love our curve right now, but it's too early to get worried about it yet. This is a Fire Elemental for sure. I love him. Ooh. I think I'm going Wild Pyromancer here. I don't... Ancestral Spirit is interesting, no doubt. It's just kind of crazy how variant that is. But I guess for 2, we could be looking at making our big guy. But see, the thing is, we don't have a lot of early plays right now, right? We have a Flame Tongue Totem. We're not playing that on turn 2. We have these 2 guys we didn't really want, but have. So let's take the Pyromancer. Let's start being mindful of our mana curve here. This is sort of interesting. I don't know. I never feel like the Crazed Alchemist is that good, and yet I see my opponents playing it to great success a lot. Stuff like Doom Guards and whatever else. Anything that's got a high switch between attack and health. The Nerubian Egg is interesting. We, at present, have only one way to activate it, right? Well, now they have the Flame Tongue Totem. So we have the Totem and the Rockbiter weapon to give it activation. And that's it, yeah. Scrolling. I guess we could... Well, no, we can't silence it. That would be stupid. Ignore what I said. I guess we can destroy it with our own Fire Elementals. That's not likely to happen. Or there's the Abomination. We don't exactly have a lot showing for Taunt so far. We have a Feral Spirit. And that's about it. The problem with the Abomination is it'll wipe out our totems. Let's take an Nerubian Egg. I don't know. Let's see if we can be annoying with it. Here, I don't know if I want 2x Flame Tongue Totem, but it's the best pick out of these 3. The Geomancer is okay with this deck because, again, we have some spell damage, but in our particular version of it, we don't have any yet, so that's stupid. And the Direwolf Alpha is okay. as a turn 2 play, but not great. It would give us more things for Nerubian Egg and blah, 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 but that's what the Flame Tongue Totem does, too. This is Lightning Bolt 100%. Lower our curve a bit, give us a spell that does damage, please. Chowen Yeti 100% here, because the other 2 picks are lame. And now we have an issue, because I don't really like any of the 3. So Forked Lightning, that 2 overload really hurts it, and it's random enemy minions, so you can't even choose. Earthshock's not horrendous because of the silence, but we already have 2 Spellbreakers, so I don't think we're hurting for silence. I guess I'm going Forked Lightning and not really liking it, but as we get that towards later, the overload's not that bad, I guess. Still don't love it. If you can get to where you have your opponent has two health minions out on like turn 2 or 3, then you get some value out of it. This is a Harvest Golem because I like that card, and the other 2 are Overload. We have 1, 2, 3 with the Feral Spirit we're going to get to. Is that all we have so far? That's all we have so far. I mean, I might go Silverhand Knight here for essentially getting 6/6 for 5. I don't want the Stone Skin Gargoyle. And I had 3 of the Unbound Elementals last time, and I felt like I worked too hard just to give them a +1/+1. Yes, a 3/5 for 3 is good, if we can even do it. So let's go here. Let's learn from our mistakes. Here, I think we want the Stormforged Axe. I think it's too good not to. The Rockbiter weapon's nice. We wouldn't mind a second one of those. Acolyte of Pain is okay. We have 1. Don't really need 2. We don't have a lot of card draw right now, but I still think the Axe is too good to pass up. This pick is gross. I suppose I want the Ventrico Mercenary. I'm coming around on that over time because I feel like you just run into stuff and then you don't worry about the minions costing more. I'm not interested in Wind Fury. Flesh-Eating Ghoul, again, if you can get 1 minion to die, it becomes worth it. More than that, it becomes a threat, but I think we gotta go here and just throw out a huge minion on turn 5. Sure, let's be as annoying as humanly possible. And for our final pick, Lava Burst, another Feral Spirit, or a Violet Teacher. We're not interested in a Violet Teacher, we didn't get a lot of spells. It's probably Feral Spirit again, because you get so much out of that. 4/6 worth of attack and health with 2 Taunters for 3 mana. Yes, an overload cost, but let's try it. And this is our deck. This is not as good as the deck that I went 8-3 with. I think it's more balanced than the deck that we had in the last run. How good is it? Let's find out.